Welcome back to Crate and Crowbar Plays Bloodborne. We've actually started making progress.
Yeah,
where are we going now, Tom?
Slightly stuck before on Gaza, but he's dead now.
Gaza's dead.
So we're going to make our way back a bit. I think we go back up to where Gascoigne was. That was a bit lucky, to be honest. Then we can carry on up that direction. I think that's where the new place is.
Not today, crime. Dogs, dogs, dogs. Dogs everywhere.
So might as well go back to where the shortcut was.
You're really showing off your confidence with this route now.
Well, I've run this route a lot.
I need to stop singing. But also bricks.
So we got the key to the tomb of
It's the Erden.
Erden. So let's see what the description for that is.
It'll be over in keys, presumably.
That would make sense.
Key to the gate that blocks the tomb of Erden. Beyond the tomb, Erden Chapel can be found in the central of the Cathedral ward. Only today the church is abandoned, and some say that the residents of Erden have all gone mad. It's a shame.
It's really nice to come this way with knowing that I don't have to fight Gascoigne at the end of it.
Yeah.
To be free of that tyranny.
Indeed. I think that was about the right amount of time to be stuck on a boss, to be honest. I don't think I could have done another whole episode of...
No. There's always the worry with playing this live and recording it, is that what if we just get stuck forever? Which famously, for people who enjoyed the Crate and Crowbar Dark Souls series, Marsh Davis and British Stanton got chronically stuck on the Four Kings boss fight, which is reasonable because that boss fight's bullshit. But it's amazing to watch them go slowly mad. So go back into the Crate and Crowbar archives and you can enjoy that fight over a period of a couple of maybe 3 episodes. Don't know why I'm fighting this guy. Don't need to anymore.
No.
Off we fuck.
He meant something to you when you needed his blood vials, but now it's just like, nah, mate. It's a shame for him, really, because he's got his whole thing. He's got the ball thing. He's got loads going on, but no.
He's but a bit part in this grim drama.
Imagine. Do you remember this?
This place was just a no-go zone.
Remember when this was just cheese?
Gascoigne's also no, because he does have that hunter skill set, and like many of the bosses in Bloodborne, they're just relentless and aggressive in a way that you just don't get in other games. It's really exciting to fight.
He is trying to kill you, which we can tell, because he killed you about 10 times. Yeah. Making a meal opening that gate.
What lies ahead? I can't really remember, so that's exciting.
It's just coffins, Tom. It's just coffins.
I wonder where they make them.
It's a little bit sewery. That's ladders.
Oh yes, lovely room.
It's lovely. A bit
There's
dim,
a
a little bit dingy.
Note around here, which frankly will be gibberish to us at the moment, but
The Bergenworth spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. A terrible shame. It makes my head shudder uncontrollably.
I told you it made no sense. Eventually it will.
The Bergenworth spider.
Bergenworth spider.
In the tomb of Erden. Everything's so heavy. Blood gem workshop tool.
That's cool. I think tools let you buy new weapons and things, and I wonder if it's got an interesting description. Or even where it is.
Being like key items, maybe? Or at the end with the... Yeah, there you go.
Ah, that's what it does.
A misplaced workshop tool from the hunter's dream. The hunter who retrieves this can fortify weapons by kneading blood gems into them. Blood gems add properties to weapons when used to fortify them, as blood defines an organism.
So it's a misplaced workshop tool from the hunter's dream, and so it's interesting. There are bits of the hunter's dream scattered throughout the corporeal universe. So there's a bit of kind of interesting metaphysical crossover between those realms.
Yeah.
Which will be, again, be interesting. Ooh.
Oh, it's a door cutscene.
The dramatic door.
Spooky. This feels like an Evanescence music video.
Doesn't it? Here we are, the Cathedral Ward. And a lantern.
Like that sort of post-boss battle thing where it just sort of suddenly becomes very generous with new things and new areas and lanterns and
yeah, suddenly gives you
blood
loads more to
tools.
see. Right, interesting. Over here. Look.
It's an old lady that looks like a blood splatter.
Oh, you must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does, always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely, not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. The screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts, none of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about them, tell them about this here Erden Chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell them to come on over. If you wouldn't.
Come on over.
I know I shouldn't be asking you.
Do you trust the splodge or not? That's the question.
Splodge or Yosefka?
That's the
Decision that
choice.
defines us.
And we don't quite know what their deals are at all, so... You send them to a chapel or to the doctor? It's locked now? It is. Closed, in fact. So there's loads of different ways to go.
Yeah, this is the point, I think, when I did my first playthrough, where I felt like I'd massively sequence broke it by just going weird places.
Yeah,
There's a lot of different ways you can go here.
There are some interesting places you can go to, depending on...
Yeah, I think I went that way. Oh, he's a big boy. What a big gaunt man. Oh dear, it's crows.
Crows for days. They hit quite hard, those guys.
They do. It's slow, but
Yeah.
punishing. But when they fall down, they really fall down. He's holding a lamp there. Like what from the thing? He said, knowledgeably. Nice.
These first guys we've seen that are kind of uniformed. They're not just citizens, they're kind of a guard of some kind who
Yeah.
are intentionally placed here to stop you from getting into... I think we're heading towards the Healing Church, so I believe these guys might work for them. Not sure. We'll have to discover some of their clothes and read about them to find out, as is the Soul's way.
Like they're sort of their fighting styles trying to ward you off with a big stick.
Yeah, they're kind of lanterns and very kind of ornate staffs. There's something kind of ritualistic about them in a religious way. So I think they are kind of church members, part of the heavily ritualized kind of blood cult that lies at the heart of Yharnam.
There's something interesting how tall everybody is in Yharnam. Like even the regular citizens are gangly mothers.
So it's a very important building there. This is the one with the massive overhang, the clock tower. That's kind of the top of this huge church structure. And it's various kind of levels and tiers house different secrets. Wooden shield,
Oh,
finally.
you should look at the description for this. be across in offhand, isn't it? There you go. A crude wooden shield used by the masses who have risen to join the hunt. Hunters do not normally employ shields, ineffectual against the strength of the beasts as they tend to be. Shields are nice, but not if they engender passivity.
That's as sassy as Bloodborne gets. That's Bloodborne item description sass right there.
Yeah, just throwing some shade at Dark Souls there. Close by device.
Can we get in here yet? Can't remember.
I don't think so. I think you have to go around through the big courtyardy bit that you get to by fighting the big man.
I think you're right. So
I'm helping.
Let's go back.
Ooh,
hello.
Cheeky, clever girl.
Ooh, well, I thought I said then. Oops. A bit overboard on the healing there. Too much blood.
I get some of these guys. There's an item over there. Ow.
Try to figure out where their breakpoints are. There's one.
There you go. That'll do it. Very nice.
Ah, cool.
Cool. Shall we wear a top hat, Tom?
Let's definitely do that. Never pass up on that opportunity.
Does it say anything interesting about the top hat? Hat worn by hunters who admire formality. Some hunters place an emphasis on form, as seen by the use of the threaded cane. For them, formality, beauty, and justice are the very essence of our humanity, and precisely what keeps hunters from becoming something else.
Ooh,
In many ways, Gascoigne's problem was that he wasn't fancy enough.
Wasn't Victorian gentleman enough.
Nice.
He's a ruffian. I'm not sure the other items necessarily have much to say. It's just hunter garb.
More hunter garb. Oh, nice.
6 blood vials, that's useful.
A mother load.
Alright, let's go this way. So we're taking some, I know which way the correct way to go is, but we're taking slightly side routes because it's fun.
Scenic side routes. As long as we don't see the same scenic side routes over and over and over again, we run back to get our stuff. Is that a cheeky little message?
Marsh's face regarding the city.
All that he surveys, yeah. I remember this bit. I think this is the bit where I managed to throw a stone so the dog ran into a fire. I mentioned that many episodes ago. So much cool architecture and the knowledge that it's all... You can all go there. Yeah, it happened. There you go.
There you go.
That dog, you're an idiot. It's a stupid dog. Oh! Oh, he's not done yet. He's done now. Well done, in fact, because he was on fire. Wow, you took a gigantic pounding there.
Yep.
Swish, 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 swish.
The cane is a lot better. Not in any game sense, but when you're wearing a top hat, that impetuous swiping is even
there's
more
something of the beating away vagrants
yeah, definitely.
element to you now. So I'm like champion of the Daily Mail, a little bit wrong. You tempted to heal up a bit because I have this horrible feeling that you'd take an accidental whack, and that's us back to a bonfire, particularly because there's a vagrant there to your left.
Good shout.
Dead now. Fear madness. Or mad fearness. You decide. This is a fine note. Good job.
Some Madman's knowledge.
What does the Madman know? Skull of an enlightened Madman. Skull of a Madman touched by the wisdom of the Great Ones. Used to gain insight. Making contact with eldritch wisdom is a blessing, for even if it drives one mad, it allows one to serve a grander purpose for posterity.
Picture of a kind of glowing worm coming out of the skull there. Interesting.
Interesting.
I'm going to chomp these, actually.
Yeah.
Just
2 at once,
more
just double
interesting.
fisting them.
It's mashing skulls into my face.
Now you've got 10 skulls.
10 insight now, so that's good. Gaining that Madman's knowledge.
The absolute madman. He's having 2 at once, the absolute madman.
I think we can go back there later for some reason, but...
yeah, there's a passageway there, but I don't know exactly how you open it.
yeah, from the other side, I think. We'll see.
Good little diversion.
Yeah, it's so cool how kind of open this game gets quite quickly.
It becomes... Gascoigne's really your threshold moment.
There we go.
I think there's a big man here.
Oh,
there he is.
There he is. I love these guys.
He's so
Look at him.
big. He's huge.
I love the design of them.
With a big, pale skeleton. And he wants to chop you. He doesn't take much damage, does he?
No, I'm not really going to bother with him. Goodbye.
Good day, sir. Oh. Well, fuck you then.
The dead end, but
A pram, why not?
yeah.
That's
Sorry.
Tom.
Well, there's not in use.
Oh, fuck.
Birds. Whoop.
Dr. Bricks. The prescription is more bricks.
This is a really good place to farm blood vials for if we get stuck again.
I feel like they give you those big 2 brickman bits specifically for the purpose of filling up your blood vials. Well, there's a few cheeky little crows here, which makes it a little bit harder.
I think the telescope might be around here somewhere.
I think the
Hooray!
binocular.
Right, let's zoom in on things.
One binocular, they call it.
So this guy on the left's got on creative. He's instead of a brick, he's just picked up an entire statue.
Oh wow! Wow!
He hits you
He's
with
the king of
some
the
religious
brickman.
icon. Take that.
Antidote
Oh, cool.
to poison specifically. That didn't do much. That didn't do much either. Thank God for those indestructible coffin carts. He does fight much like a traditional brickman, despite the...
They only know one way.
yeah, the art of brick foo. That's not going to interrupt him. Ah! Yeah. Kick his face off. Alright. Not a net gain in blood vials there, unfortunately.
No.
Nice. Very good. Very good. Disgusting.
Oh, he's up dead. No.
Wow. He's now.
It's not a huge amount down here, except a cool view. But it's interesting why. Because I mentioned actually in an earlier video like a phantom door. Actually, the phantom door is here, and if we use the binocular, we can kind of see a little bit of evidence of the game's development. Now things might have changed.
Oh, interesting. That's a cool thing to include in this video series, Thomas. Almost like you planned it that way.
Yeah.
Big man there.
This guy's awesome. He's kind of a dick to fight. But, see if we can sneak around him.
One man in this big bloody ball.
He just looks so sad. And dejected.
Aww.
Got
He's
a
sleepy.
bell around his neck.
Like a cow.
This might wake him up.
I like cows. Aww. Yeah, down here I think there's a wee bit of treasure. You're not tempted to whack yourself with blood, Tom, just to make sure we don't get one-shotted by something?
Good idea.
I think I'm a very conservative consumer of healing items. Like, I like to top up. Appreciate that there are other ways.
So this rooms like this just exist.
For roly-polies,
facilitate
yeah.
this sort of behaviour.
Like a bull in a china shop.
There we go.
Tempering blood gemstone.
And the famous door.
Interesting.
So it gives you command to open a door. And there is no way in the game to ever open that door.
Huh.
And it's just, people think it's a leftover kind of connection that's supposed to lead you back to an earlier area. I'm trying to figure out what is L3 to 3 notes. We are in the know.
Yeah, we do know.
Right, crowbar in the know. So if we go back, we can use the binocular to see why people think that used to link back to an earlier part of the level.
Interesting. If you don't disturb Mr. Ball.
Yeah, edge around Mr. Ball for now. There's no real need.
No one need to disturb him from his sad sleep.
I always like characters in these games that don't automatically attack you.
Yeah.
Because there's kind of a point to them. There's kind of, it's like, this isn't about you, man.
Yeah.
Saying to the player, it's like...
He's having his own day. He's woken up, I think.
So we won't even look at it. So you see the bridge there?
Yeah.
That actually leads back.
That's where you fought the cleric priest, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So it's a link in the level that doesn't exist now. It's an interesting kind of hangover from a time when the level must have been arranged differently, or there must have been a need to link these two zones.
Or maybe originally, like, you could unlock that shortcut and then you could respawn at the cleric beast lantern and that come back up here straight away if there was a reason to do that. I guess there isn't really, like, because you have that lantern in Erden Chapel. I'll tell you what, that would have made loads of sense. This is total guesswork, but that would have made loads of sense if there wasn't a lantern in the Erden Chapel. Because you have the Gascoigne one, right? And you have the Cleric Beast one. And they would both approach this area from two different sides if there was... But because there's one in the middle in Erden Chapel... Because it always seemed weird to me that you get that Erden Chapel lantern so soon after Gascoigne. Like, it's like there's almost no point having...
It's possible that Erden Chapel is actually like in a different place in the geometry entirely. And you always need a... you do need a lantern in Erden Chapel because it's so kind of central to a lot of things.
Yeah, it's just it's interesting because most of the time they're not evenly spaced, but they aren't like, because like at this point there isn't a lot of point in the Gascoigne lantern because you know you just go to Erden, right?
Special emblem.
Well, we're going back past that guy. Why is the special emblem?
Yeah, where is the emblem?
Interesting. I've completely, like, because this was the point in the game where I just did things wonky, and I can't remember for the life of me which way I went. Would it be worth spending some of that 4,000?
Yeah, it would actually. Every little drop of endurance helps. Might be able to upgrade our weapon as well, given that we can mash stuff into it now. Mash blood into it.
Take a trip to Gem's workshop. No? Okay. Quite cheery in the Hunter's Dream. I don't mean that.
So, as you defeat... Oh, I could get the Kirkhammer. Tempted. As you defeat people, often now items can appear in this puddle, this fountain, which is quite cool. That looks like Gascoigne's isn't here, but...
Are you tempted by the Kirkhammer?
It is funny. It's a funny weapon.
If you don't think you'll really actually need it, then maybe not. But we could... A trick weapon typically used by healing church hunters. On one side, an easily handled silver sword. On the other, a giant obtuse stone weapon, characterized by blunt strike and extreme force of impact. Trick hunter weapons forged in the healing church workshop, said to be somewhere in the Grand Cathedral, were made to the tenets of a rival school of craftsmanship.
I would get it.
Okay.
I like it. Can't use it.
We need E strength. Oh, hang on, no, it's not. Actually, it's 16 strength we need. How much strength do we have?
That could be arranged.
We can always eat some of that solid blood.
Very well. Let the echoes become your strength.
But first, we must let the echoes become our strength.
Close. Now shut your eyes.
We're quite a long way off 16 strength.
We really are. We've got a big hammer now, though. That's nice.
We own that. That's good. What? So there's the big rat pig in the sewers.
Yeah, we can go and kill that guy.
Because you can get down behind
Oh,
that.
German's here.
Oh, hello, German.
How you doing, mate?
The moon is close. It will be a long hunt tonight. If the beasts loom large and threaten to crush your spirits, seek a holy chalice, as every hunter before you has. A holy chalice will reveal the tomb of the gods, where hunters partake in communion. Most of the holy chalices lie deep within the tomb of the gods, and the few that found their way to the surface were lost again in the hands of men. But if the old hunter tales remain true, one of the holy chalices is worshipped in the valley hamlet. Yet the town is in disarray.
Say that again.
It was burned and abandoned.
It's the old town,
Scourge.
which we've heard referred to before as well.
Around its beasts. The perfect place for a hunter, wouldn't you say?
German with the dank exposition there.
Yeah.
Take a little trip to the workshop. Yeah, we might as well. It's going to be a long time since
Double
we can
down
use
with it.
Kirk Hammer. And then, prepare anything? Can we fortify? Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and take that. Stick a little gem in it.
Lovely. Okay, it gets better and better. Where to go next, though? That's the question.
Yeah, that's throwing me a little bit. I think you can... If you go to... I think it's Cathedral Ward, which I believe is Gascoigne's checkpoint, then I think you can get...
No, oh, is it? Maybe. I thought the Cathedral Ward was inside the...
I think that's Erden
Cathedral
Chapel.
with Puddle. I think Erden Chapel... yeah.
We'll find out very soon when this loads. When this loads.
Loading times are long in Bloodborne, aren't they?
Oh no, you're right. Weirdly, Erden Chapel is a different one.
Yeah. Can you tell us where to go?
Talk to the Spludge.
This here is a safe play, but next time if you find it, because there's nothing.
Deeply
People love to
suspicious.
laugh at the end of sentences in Souls games, don't they?
They do.
So I'll tell you what, this seems like a perfect time to wrap up this particular episode. Join us next week as we pick a direction and decide to either kill a big... Nice. Kill a big pig, maybe? We could go do that. Or just hunt aimlessly for this stuff we need. Join us next week to find out. Goodbye.
Bye.